Going down.
11 a.m. to 7 p.m., the Deep South Para-Comic-Con will bring chills, thrills and much more. Special appearances by the paranormal rocker Keith Age, Blaine Rohan psychic medium, Dr. Lee Triana Brown, Professor Matthew Brown, Lilia Bogoiva, Michael and Destiny Fox from Fox Paranormal, creator of American Demon comic Austin Light, producer Gwen Johns, Ben Bracken with built-in Ghostbusters, Ken Gerhardt from Monster Quest and Ancient Aliens, WCW Wrestling NWO Wrestling American Giant Buck Bresner, CCW Wrestling The Masked Assassin Russ Conway, James Stokes from Stranger Things, Voorhees Night of the Beast and many more, Ethereal Voice Paranormal Richard and Colleen Johnson, Jessica Lentz cosplay artist. Come see Litriana Brown's Haunted Object Lab. What do you feel from these objects?
Discharges, you guys run, I'll hold it back, I'll shoot at it, hold it back until I'm scared. But if this thing charges, I can defend myself, you got it. This was very late at night, everybody was asleep. And I was terrified. I was absolutely terrified.
Hey, what's up, Thomas?
What's going on, Lee?
Man, what an awesome Paracon.
There you go.
There it is.
That is a beautiful shirt you got on there.
Isn't that awesome? Oh my God, I had so much fun.
Yeah, we did a lot. All of us together. We had our wall of ward. We had our wall of Wardruna there, which was fantastic. Everybody was there in power, and it was just a great weekend. Everybody got along. So yeah, you can get along in this industry, which is great.
Oh yeah.
So it was wonderful having Butch Patrick there. He was a great guy. Having Johnny Zaffis there, and yeah, that demonology panel that they did was fantastic. If anybody out there watching that was there, please send me a copy of the video. I got some friends that want to re-see it, so that would be fantastic for us.
Yeah.
And I think right after that, Gwen and a bunch of the other people that were at Paracon, like Nate and Sam Beltrusis and Dave Childers and all them, they all went out to Broadhead Manor, and I heard it was pretty successful, the Rock Down. And at the same time the Rock Down was going on, HillCon was going on, and our Wardruna people were there and did a live last night, which had a few glitches, but of course we put it all together, and we're very happy about that to get out the word. But a lot of 3 very successful Paracons over the last couple weekends that we're all part of in one way or another.
And don't forget, this weekend is the Gettysburg Bash. And there's a lot of us that will be there.
Yeah, I'm going to be in New Hampshire with Charles, and we're going to be at the it's a Seekers. I keep forgetting what the name. It's in Nashua, New Hampshire. That's all you got to do is go up there, look on my website. Or on my Facebook. I've been promoting it. And that's on Saturday. It's a one-day event. And then on Sunday, Charles and I will be back in Connecticut, in Windsor, Connecticut, Dudleytown Brewery. We're doing a psychic fair there. So some of the best psychics in the country will be there. They'll have tables, help you go through all your stuff. There'll be vendors there also. And of course, if you're a drinker, you know, you could have a brew and then go get a reading. So see what happens. That's what's going on in this side of the woods. What's going on in your side of the woods?
Well, we're going to Gettysburg Bash. It's going to be the biggest in many years, is what it's predicted. And then after that, we're going to Deep South Paracomic-Con, and it's firming up to be a big one. There's a lot of really interesting people from the horror and comic side of things. Stranger Things has a guy there, and we've also got a cryptid guy, Ken Gearhart. Yeah, it's hey Nate, how's it going,
Nate?
man?
It's
Love that
jet-lagged. Paranormally jet-lagged.
Yeah, he's probably got a paranormal hangover. He's just drifting along at this point. Get some rest, brother.
Yeah, exactly. I'm still trying to recover from.
Oh yeah. Dr. Death.
Yes.
Here we are with Dr. Death. Oh my gosh, I did not realize he was as bad as he was. I didn't know. I've always heard about, Dr. Death, but little did I know. This is a perfect example of why we shouldn't trust. We need to trust but verify.
Exactly.
Yes. Agreed.
I don't know how else to phrase that. That's what I've got. It's scary.
It is, because you think about it, your doctor, your life is in their hands at points. You know, you could be in a situation, and I think with Harold Shipman, Dr. Death, Angel of Death, whatever you want to call it. I know some people mess it up, because here in the U.S., we think of Jack Kevorkian as Dr. Death, but in Great Britain, Harold Shipman, believe it or not, is the only doctor ever convicted of murdering his patients. So, there was another one that supposedly did, but he was, they didn't convict him. So he either got away with it or they didn't have enough evidence, but Dr. Harold Shipman was the only one in the history of Great Britain to be convicted of murder. And the thing is there was a thing that was invented because of him called the Shipman effect, where they did this full investigation, almost as big as trying to find out who killed JFK. They did this whole investigation. All these new laws were made in Great Britain for doctors to have to follow. You know, and once they did that and they're investigating and going back all these 30 plus years of his time as a doctor, and they know at one point they're sure of about 250 something deaths, maybe as high as 487.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he is the most prolific modern day serial killer in existence. Of course, he doesn't exist anymore. We'll go over that a little later. But yeah, this guy was quite a ticket, and just how he got there, that's another story in itself. You know, because it's hard, because they didn't get a lot of time with him to really break him down.
Into who he was,
Yeah, psychologically. But if
I have 4 slides and I got a lot on them. Let me throw up the first one.
Throw those up. That'll be great. So it'll get us
Here we go.
Yep.
Harold Frederick Shipman. He was born in 46 in Nottingham, England. He had 3 siblings. He came from a working class family. He was very close to his mom, so there was no, abuse there. She was dominant, highly influential, and his father was a lorry driver and often overshadowed. They just kind of, he wasn't the main parent. The mom was.
Yeah.
But then mom got sick. And when Harold was 17, his mother developed terminal lung cancer, and he witnessed her slow decline and observed how morphine eased her pain in her final days. And her death impacted him. That was his stressor, I feel.
Mm-hmm.
I think that ignited a fascination with death
Yep.
and control over it. That's what I think. Anyway, he went to Leeds School of Medicine. He graduated in 1970. He married Primrose Oxtoby in 1966. They had 4 kids, and he was caught forging prescriptions for personal use.
Mm.
Pethidine, which is a powerful painkiller, and he was not allowed to practice for a brief rehab.
Yeah.
So,
well, that type of drug he was taking, that's the generic name of it. The name is actually Demerol. So that's like
okay, thank you.
big, powerful synthetic opioid that a lot of people get addicted to. It could take only 5 days to be addicted to that. It's weird because he was addicted to that type of medication. Well, it really goes back to what you're talking about, his 17-year-old watching his mom die from lung cancer. And as she's dying, they're giving that morphine type of stuff to the mom to help her pass along. So he watches this and he sees that, oh, she's got some comfort at this time and all that. But that's one of those catalysts, like you were talking about, that changes his perspective. It gets him into medicine. Yes, he went through that time where he was forging prescriptions to get his own drugs, but you really go back to it. What was his mindset at the time? Was he trying to mask his, issues with seeing what happened to his mom, what was going on? And it's hard to pinpoint his uh, psychology at that moment. But
Yeah.
really, as we go on, if we really take that into consideration, we have to go into things. This guy had 4 children. I love his wife's name, Primrose. That's pretty cool.
Primrose,
That's
yeah.
very English. So,
Isn't
yeah,
it?
it's a good name. So somebody out there, if you're gonna have a kid, name her Primrose. That would be kind of wild. But
It's so
yeah, and
proper
yeah,
British,
it is like prim and proper, prim and
Felicity,
rose. Yeah.
Felicity.
Yes. She probably curtsies and all that.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, probably so.
Yeah, exactly.
He
But yeah,
he kept his family appearance, keeping up appearances, kind of a thing that his mother instilled in him.
Yeah.
But for the most part, he was a lot like his father. His real personality was,
Yeah,
he was crying and grieving his mom, and
exactly. And
to mention him.
I don't think he healed healthy from it.
No, he
Because
didn't.
when you don't, you develop these parts of your psychology. And again, we talked about it before. All of us go through trauma. It all depends on which path we take. Are we going to take the path to heal, or are we going to take the path that's going to let it eat away at us and create those changes in our synapses and the way we think, or our chemical balance, or anything, that psychology of it. So that's what we're looking at, I think, in this situation.
Makes you wonder if he had that already in
Yeah.
his mental capacity, and this just kind of was fertile
Well,
soil.
probably, you think his mother was very dominant, all right? Um, yeah, he said he got along with her, but then Ed Gein got along with his mom too, because she was dominant also. And the thing is when you're dominant like that and you're looking for attention and all, you start wanting more attention and taking control, which a lot of people end up turning into having narcissistic personalities. And, that they're so wanting that attention that they forget about others around them. and that psychopathy takes over. So that's what could happen with people on an extreme level. But then again, we're talking about murderers here and serial killers. So that's what's going to happen. You know, you could, like I said, you could go either way. It looks like Harold Shipman didn't heal properly, and I think he went the way that, you know, is definitely possible, especially going into the medical field.
Yeah, well, he targeted the elderly and vulnerable, so
Yeah.
I mean that would make sense.
Well, yeah, he was a general practitioner, and that's the thing is the elderly and vulnerable. You're getting into a psychosis where people is called ageism, where, you know, somebody has, you know, it's almost like you're against older people. You don't think they should be around. That ageism and all that, and you need to. It's almost like a serial killer would do. All prostitutes need to be gone. So that's your mission. So his mission was all these older people don't deserve to be around longer than my mom was. So it seems like the certain same age as his mom might have been at that time. With some of them are a little older, but there were a few that were not as old. But yeah.
One of the things that I saw. Let me cut you off there. Excuse me. But were you finished? Did I interrupt you?
Oh no, I'm listening.
Okay.
I have a hard time hearing. I only got one good ear.
Oh yeah, I understand. My ears are stopped up. I've got the sinus thing, and especially this one, so I get you. But
well, we're doing fine. I said we're doing fine. I can't hear, and your ears are stuffed up. But just so everybody knows, you know, you only see three of us today. Our thoughts go out to our buddy Blaine. He's going through some stuff, and we're dedicating this show to him, and making sure if he's watching, or we're right behind you, buddy. And anything that you need, we're here for you. So
that's exactly right.
Yeah. So on to your thought.
So I was just thinking about, okay, how did all of this connect? And what I noticed about his relationship with his mom is that she was very prideful.
Yeah.
She was very prideful. And so for somebody, a doctor, medical staff, to come along and give her dignity back, and being able to dominate her to help her get some sleep and not be in pain and to pass on, calmly. I think that was almost intoxicating to him, because he loved the idea of playing God. He loved that God complex. And I think he felt like that he would be able to dominate more than his mother had in life by doing. I don't think he really dealt with the fact that his mom died. I think that was out the window. He was more about himself, and I want to be God. I want to be like that. So I don't know. That's just what I was thinking. You're the dude.
Yeah. You're onto exactly what we're talking about.
Okay.
You know, when you don't heal properly, but he took from that moment, not that his mother was able to die peacefully, but somebody could administer something and help somebody feel better and help them pass on. And it's almost like it became a morbid curiosity for him, but then it got out of control. Because as we'll talk about as we go through this guy, once he started doing something, and then it would roll out of control and all that. And that's what ultimately got him in the end. He started doing more things on top of killing people. And, it really shows over the years when they did this Shipman effect investigation. Most doctors have an average of people that are going to pass on them. So the first few years he was in the medical profession, he was, at the average. Then it started climbing a little bit, and then people started getting like, what's going on with this guy? Because all these people are dying, and it seems like he signs the death certificate, and all these people are being cremated, where they can't do an autopsy or anything like that.
Yeah. So well, he refused to be evaluated mentally. He said, "Nope.
Yeah.
I'm not going to let you do that." And there's no letters or documentation of how things went between him and his mom. So we really are at a loss.
Well, the funny thing is if you go back, there we go, right there. But if you go back, he was on a TV show it was like something kind of around the world, like in Great Britain. They interviewed him on this TV show, and he's a general practitioner, but yet they interviewed him about how to treat people with mental illness. Out of all people to interview with that, and being a general practitioner and not really a dead-on psychologist, was very interesting to me, because after, you know, they caught him or whatever, they rebroadcast that. So it's a very interesting thing that,
like that dating game with
yeah.
Who am I talking about? What's his name? Blank. My head's blank.
Yeah, mine is too. So I'm still trying to
we'll get it.
Yeah.
It's coming.
It'll come. Gwen will look it up for us, and then she'll flash
I am doing it right now. You know me so well.
Yeah, she's gonna flash it under the screen because we're getting old
Ron,
and senile, I guess.
Rodney Alcala.
Yeah, Rodney Alcala. That's it. Yeah. I could sleep tonight. What did we do? What did we do in the old days before the internet and all that, and when we couldn't remember something?
Encyclopedia.
You had a book.
You had to go use the Dewey Decimal System at the library and try and find it, I guess. I don't know. But microfiche it. Find out. Those are going by the wayside. Somebody posted the other day, a friend of mine, saying that they got rid of the microfiche machine at his library. I was like, well, how come if they were going to get rid of it, they should have just gave it to you, because you're the only one using it.
It's probably true.
I love that thing.
Yeah. How are we supposed to find out all these old records when we're doing investigations now if it's only on microfiche?
It's supposed to all be digitized.
Yeah. Crazy, because you know, even these people, like, as we go into the future, how are we going to maintain our history, like with people like Harold Shipman and going way back, your H.H. Holmes and Jack the Ripper, you know, where all the information was. We just hope it stays alive. Hey, Christine. She took some awesome pictures at Paracon. I'm really happy, and she was great, and her daughter was awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, everybody that helped out just did a fantastic job, and very grateful for that. And you know, hopefully we keep it all going. You know, the next big one's the Connecticut Witch Trials Festival coming up in August. And then the next big one, of course, is the Salem Paracon. It's going to be in November. And it's only going to be one day now. It's going to be Saturday, but Saturday night, we have a special place that we're going to do our after Paracon investigation, like we did at Paracon. So that's going to be exciting. So we're getting that all together. So hopefully you guys could come up again. We'll see what happens. So
that would be cool.
Make a weekend out of it, because the next day, when we really would add another day of Paracon, we could go walk around Salem, have a good time, get to go out and eat and enjoy it, because it's after the craziness in November. That should be exciting too. So, but back to Harold Shipman. It was like I just did a commercial or something, you know? Like
you did a commercial.
We have all access network TV commercials in the middle of our talks, just like the old days when they were doing the talk shows and they just say whatever product it was.
Sponsored by
Superman peanut butter.
Here we go. That's the Connecticut Witch Trials Fest.org. You can go there and see all about who's speaking and what's going on. Just keep going with what you were doing. Saturday and Sunday, August 9th and 10th from 11 to 5. It's in downtown Hartford, Connecticut. Looks fantastic. Historic Pratt Street. Yes.
Yeah. It's the only street in Hartford that still has the old red brick all the way down. It's shut down now. They used to have through traffic, not anymore. And there's so many cool stores there. And Hartford is famous because the old state building, you know, back in the 1600s, 45 years before Salem, these people were being convicted of witchcraft because they were, you know, some of them were poor, or some of them were creating what they say drama in the area, and people were against them. So they just said, well, they're witches then. And they would get, you know, convicted and hung. Some of them were put through the water test too later on. But 45 years before Salem. But in Hartford, where the old state building is now, that used to be a field, and that's where the gallows were. So most of these people that were convicted in that area were hung there. And the funny thing is next weekend we have a psychic fair in Windsor, Connecticut at Dudleytown Brewery. And Windsor is where the first person was convicted of witchcraft, named Alice Young. So there's some energy on that city too. And us doing a psychic fair there makes it kind of exciting leading into the witch fest, a couple weeks after. So it'll be pretty good.
That's the Dudleytown Brewing, right?
Yeah. People are going to start saying we do too many commercials during our show.
Well, we're the one stop shop. You can find out all the information and ready to go have fun.
Yeah.
So I have something about Shipman that I did not realize till today.
What's that?
He was a respected member of the community, but I did not know that he participated in the ambulance brigade.
Really?
That was interesting to me. I don't know why. Yeah, he let's see, they thought he was compassionate GP who made house calls and offered exceptional care. That was just strange to me.
Yeah,
it is strange. Okay, let me get back to our slides because
get back to our regularly scheduled program.
All right, so his victim profile, okay. Many is 250 people plus, elderly women living alone. He used, medical grade heroin to kill his patients. Often happened in patient's home or his private practice. God dang. And he would falsify medical records to make it appear as though it was a natural death. In some cases, he would advise families not to request autopsies or persuade them to cremate the body. He forged the will so that he could make himself a beneficiary. They know that in at least one known case. So he's a thief too. Let's just go ahead and
forgery charges before, way before.
I'm gonna turn the.
That's an H.H. Holmes move on the.
Yes, it is.
Stuff. Yeah.
And so his downfall began when he forged the will of Kathleen Grundy, 81-year-old lady who was found dead soon after a visit from Shipman. His daughter was a lawyer, and she became suspicious, called the authorities, and Kathleen Grundy's body was exhumed, and she was found to have a lethal dose of medical heroin. And a police investigation revealed a pattern of suspicious deaths, all involving Shipmans.
Yeah. Well, his last victim that you said, the Kathleen Grundy, she was actually politically involved in that town. I think she was the mayor at one time, and then the daughter was a lawyer too. So, yeah, you're messing with people that aren't gonna go down silently with that type of mess. Especially, my mom just signed over the will to you. So what sense does that make? So,
I'm waving at everybody.
I know. Gonna wave at everybody. Hi, everybody.
Well, you guys, my video's messed up, but I'm waving too. Hey.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you were going to be able to pop up there. I'm glad you joined us. That means a lot.
Gwen is the great, wonderful Oz in the background. So.
And I'm in the woods,
girl.
So,
She's moving all the levers and the buttons for the show. So
that's me. I'm the Oz in the background.
Now, I am really interested in the next two slides. Let's go real quick. Okay, so the reason why is because I didn't read them before I loaded them. And the first thing I see now is God complex. So yay, I got that, right? Many experts believe that he had a God complex, deriving pleasure from deciding who lived or died. And he's also a trusted doctor and he had absolute access and authority. He abused it. So he had an obsession with death. He was fascinated by his mother's death and the pain relief. And it may have formed a psychological blueprint for his crimes, which it did. We talked about that. And he looked at it as a form of mercy. That he was able to justify it in his mind. He was addicted to killing. His murders followed a routine pattern and escalated in frequency. So he did have an escalation. Some psychologists believe he was addicted to the act itself, a form of compulsive behavior akin to an addiction. That makes sense because we know that he was an addict, so that makes sense.
Yes,
and because he was able to cover up forged wills and records indicates a degree of premeditation and financial motive. although profit didn't seem to be the primary driver.
Yeah. Well, you really look at it, addiction to killing. You know, he had an addiction to medication. So really that addictive personality shows it there with whatever his vice is. Um, the other thing that really wasn't in there, you know, again, the narcissism, which is sometimes, you know, a God complex, you know, that everybody owes you and you rule and you know, everybody should, you know, worship you or something. It's similar. But the other thing they didn't really say is, you know, people, when you say necrophilia, they think, oh, yeah, you're doing whatever. No, sometimes that means inducing death. You have an obsession with inducing death on people, which he did. You know, the MO, of course, is how his mother died. So him using that same way to, you know, push these ladies, if whether they were sick or not, to death. It just shows his obsession to play over and over and over again his mother dying and trying to make them feel good, these other people. It's almost like he kept replaying it, hoping that something would change in his mind, that he would feel better about his mother's death. So it's almost like he had to keep repeating it on these women to try and change something to make him feel better, which it never would, because a lot of times with addiction, we mask stuff. With him killing these people to mask his proper healing of his mother passing away and using that same MO and his addictive personality, that's where you get this stuff. So that's, you know, when you really look at the psychosis of it, that's really where it's at. And I firmly believe that's the direction that he went after, you know, studying Harold Shipman, you know, off and on over the years. But, you know, you got to look at a guy like this. Again, he is the most prolific serial killer of our modern time. And being a doctor, it's like you're trusted. This went on for 30 years. You know, nobody thinks otherwise. But again, addictive personality, he got greedy too. He started saying, hey, I could get money from this. And then that became greed. And that became an addiction to, you know, forge stuff, just like he did forging to get his own medication to, you know, keep up his masking of what he's going through. It seems like he went from stages. In addiction, it gets worse and worse. And then when you pinpoint in on something and then you addict to that and you addict to that, and it just gets out of control, which happened to him. That's why he got caught. You pick the wrong person to put to death, like a former mayor and his daughter's a lawyer, and you think you're going to get away with forging a will. You know, she was probably the one that did the darn will, for crying out loud, or somebody in her office.
Absolutely.
You know? So how are you going to get away with that?
He got too confident.
Yeah, but when they investigated him, he tried to forge the record on the computer, and it showed that he did it, you know, after she died. And he tried to, on the will, they found that all the type matched his typewriter, his brother typewriter in his office. So that way
now you can't do that, but that worked for this particular thing.
So just like how they caught BTK. Same way they caught BTK is the typewriters, the paper, and how it hit the paper from the computer or whatever, where he was at that church. You know, you think you're going to get away with something, and really, I think people, when they're evil like that, they just keep getting away with it, and sooner or later, your psychosis catches up to you, and somebody's going to get you. I don't know if he wanted to be caught, but he was. And,
well, he did that stupid stuff by doing the wheel, so maybe he did want to be caught.
Yeah. At that point, you know,
comfortable
to have that be your last victim is one you had to know you were going to get caught in that one. You know,
he could have been thinking he was invincible or something.
Yeah. Well, that's where the God complex comes in on that too. So, and, you know, nobody's foolproof. Nobody in our world is God. You know, whatever you think God is to you, but you know, nobody's above anything that we do in life, and especially nobody's allowed to take life like that. And you know, that psychosis and how these people do this, these murderers, these serial killers, and what we talk about. There's always that. Again, there's that path we get to in our life. All of us have trauma. All of us go through similar things. But you get to that point where your mind is really coming together as you, learning who you are. You have a crossroads to go down, right? You could either go the way to heal, or you could go the way to have chaos. So that's it. There is no other way. We complicate our life so much that sometimes that complication sends you down the road of chaos instead of keeping it simple and going down the road of healing. And, you know, that's what we all want to do. That's what we do on this show. We talk about these cases to show people that there's a different way. There's a different way to look at your children, how they're growing up, and what to do to intervene. You know, I'm glad that we do that. And I think over the last, we've been doing this for a year now almost, right? Something like that, which is, it started off as it was supposed to be only a 6-week holiday kind of special.
And it has turned out to be.
Yeah. And I love it.
Popular. Yeah.
Yeah, but I love spending my money, my Monday nights with you guys talking about.
I do too.
Serial killers and supernatural and murderers and stuff. You know.
When we miss a week, it feels like, I don't know. Yeah, I'm like, what did I forget? Did I forget something? I didn't do something. What's happening?
My God, yeah. I feel the same way. I'm like, I don't know what to do with myself.
Exactly.
Yeah. So.
Last week I was traveling, which was that was different. But yeah,
I was trying to recover. It was you guys know it was a heck of a weekend. It was a heck of a weekend.
It was fun.
We went through some total chaos at the beginning, but we did get to have our awesome dinner. Let's put the positive on that. And then, you know, it got a little chaotic, but it turned out to be a great weekend. And I think we all bonded. You know, there was the big Wardruna bond. There was the All Access Network TV bond, and just all the other people there with Johnny Zappis, Butch Patrick. There's so many to name.
He's a really cool guy.
Yeah. You know, and we had a great time, and everybody got along, and it was good community. You know, it's very rare. Sometimes there's always somebody, I don't want to talk to them. No, everybody was professional. Everybody had a good time. And you know who I really liked, and it was kind of a last minute thing, was Rob Goutreau. He was the pet psychic. Oh,
I love that man.
Yeah.
Made me cry.
I need to call him.
People crying, like he brought the emotion out. So
God, I was over there squalling. I just love him.
Yeah,
and he's extremely well spoken.
Yeah, I really wanted him to come to Salem too. So I think, you know, you really look at the people that gave talks and all that, and it's just incredible. You know, especially when you give the message. You know, I think we had a good reception for all the talks. The demonology talk was awesome. And you know, our talk about, you know, the All Access Network TV, of course, just passed the 1-year anniversary. Remember, everybody, we had a big chocolate cake that seemed to go all over the place before it came back to the Paracon.
Everybody loved that chocolate cake.
Yeah,
I didn't get any of that chocolate cake.
Oh boy, where were you then? Who were you hanging out with at the time? Miss out. There's a huge.
It was right behind our booth, Missy Miss.
Yeah, but they put it out. They put it out right before we went to talk, and then after we talked, honestly, I forgot. And then, of course, you know, our haunted doll Marley was playing games.
Yeah.
So that got amusing.
I'm surprised you didn't sneak a piece while we were up there too. So
she
was eyeing it.
She was moving a lot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she was winking at people and.
She turned her head to look at me, and I'm like, did that thing just turn its head? Because I'm not a doll person, but I've never seen that. Yeah, I've never seen that much movement in a doll, and that's definitely got something going on there.
I'm looking at her right now, and she has slowly pulled her voodoo doll, butt crack voodoo doll.
Oh, butt crack voodoo doll.
Yeah, she's pulled it real close.
Nice.
I wanted to take her with me.
Yeah,
that would have been a good idea.
Yeah. I would love to, and I would love to have seen the person that's got to sit next to me on the airplane going home. This is just my haunted doll. Yeah.
Don't check a bag because you know how she tore up the trailer.
No, she would have to have her own seat.
Yeah, or you'll have to just hold her.
No, she would have to have her own seat.
Yeah.
Lord Almighty. Yes, chocolate cake, Janet.
Yes.
Daddy's great. Chocolate. He makes us chocolate cake. Remember that old? Yeah. I don't think we should be talking about Bill Cosby, but well, God forbid. What was it? Malcolm Jamal Warner drowned today and died. Oh my God, I can't believe that.
Theo Huxtable.
Yeah.
He drowned.
No way.
On a vacation with his family. Yeah.
Crazy. You know?
I didn't know that.
Surprised I brought up the chocolate cake thing with the Cosby and all that. Yeah. But,
it's probably in the back of your mind because he died, you know. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Let me get back to the I think we got
back to the show. Back to the show.
Our commercial's over. Back to our regularly scheduled program.
All right. So slide 4. Let's see.
Yeah.
Did we do that one? Yeah. Okay. So he was arrested September 7th of 98. And he was convicted of murdering all women, 15 murders. Now that's all they needed. There's so many more. Please don't think that it's all. It's just they stopped at that point, you know, because he would be in prison for life with that. He was sentenced to life in prison, and that he would never be released. And he killed himself in his cell January 13th, 2004, the day before his 58th birthday. Oh, let me turn the banner off so that you can see that last sentence. I don't like that. Okay, so basically this led to major change in the UK medical system, including how doctors are monitored and how death certificates are handled. This triggered a public inquiry. They call it, like you just said, the Shipman inquiry. You said that at the beginning. That's amazing. That's amazing. Thank God they put that into place. That revealed major flaws in healthcare oversight system, and this is a chilling example of how trust in medical professions can be abused. True that.
Oh yeah.
Well, it is. There's so many people that were in the healthcare that they kill off their patients.
Hey Raven.
Hey Raven.
Hey,
I saw her on
Raven.
earlier. She was great.
Yeah, she was.
We got a
Always.
group of people watching that are just really awesome people. Thank you for watching.
Yeah.
I did add one more, and I think this will bring some good conversation. So I looked up, do killers actually get high? Yes, many do. Now we're not talking about somebody that, was doing self-defense. Somebody came, let me just pause for that. There was a soldier that I know of that doesn't live near me or anything, not anymore. But while he was deployed, his wife had a friend that was from church, and he would come over and help her out.
Yeah.
Well, in the middle of all that, her husband came back, everything's good. And, thank you for taking care of my wife and the kids, coming over and doing the handyman thing. Well, his wife decided to leave the good neighbor from church, and his wife started trying to make out that he had had an affair with my friend's wife. And she's like, that didn't happen. You're delusional. That didn't happen. And she started coming to her house, threatening her because she wanted to receive alimony. Well, my friend's wife heard her say that I'm going to go after your kids too.
Yeah.
Because she got belligerent and physical, and she shot her.
Oh.
My friend's wife shot her, wasn't found guilty. So in that situation, I don't see she would have the same feeling. She was defending her family.
Yeah.
But this is a killer, and a killer persona that has a psychosis or something like that. I mean, I wanted to differentiate between those two.
Well, there is. You're exactly right. There's that heat of the moment to protect your family. You're going to do everything. Mama bear, Papa bear. You're going to protect your family at all costs.
Yeah. That's
especially if somebody's using force to kill against you. As a former law enforcement officer, we had a matrix of how we reacted to certain things.
I think that
certain attacks deserve use of force, deadly force. So, you take that.
There's people that say, so your belongings mean so much to you that if somebody broke in, you would kill that person because they're there for your belongings. I say, no, my belongings mean more to the person breaking in than their lives. Because I'm in here too. And I'm actually, that person. I would absolutely shoot somebody.
Yeah.
One of 3 in this room here. Yeah.
That's right, baby girl.
You look at it, for me, my house is small. I wouldn't have time to get to something, but, I always tell people, highly trained. I feel comfortable if you enter my house. There's other means,
We have something within 10 steps.
Yeah.
Every place in this house.
Yeah.
That's just how we roll. But I'm Southern. What do I know?
Well, you have to. So that's why I need to get.
FAFO.
That's why I need to get out of this state. So.
Yeah, that's right, Janet. What I described with my friend, that wasn't a thrill kill. She was defending her children.
Yeah.
And
Well, there's different, yeah, you're right. You got to look at
militia.
different things and how people react. And
Mhm.
yeah,
So
there is a difference.
back with the slide here. Okay,
There-
so there's dopamine, which is a pleasure, reward, satisfaction to the killer for killing someone. They're like, look what I did. The adrenaline of feeling invincible. And see, that's what he was addicted to.
Yeah.
There's also endorphins, that is pain reduction, euphoria. So he's addicted to that too, as we know. And then there's the boost, mood boost, serotonin boost, feeling the mastery. Okay, so all of that is something that he was addicted to, but they crash after, and so therefore they must kill again, just
Well,
like
you know, it's
killing drugs.
funny that you say that. Think about it. This guy was forging at it early on in his career for drugs.
Right.
Then when it was taken away from him and they were watching him, so he starts killing these people and he gets that maybe that same euphoric feeling.
That's what I
How
was
does it react
thinking.
to his body? But you really think about how to study this. You know, really, if you take certain people, killers on death row and anything, maybe, you know, do an EEG on them, see how their brainwaves react if they show them something that was part of their killing MO, you know,
Yeah.
like certain like type of body or the people that they killed and how it does it excite them. It's a good way to do a study. There's probably been studies done about that, but you know, they had to have done every study known to man. I don't, it's like music nowadays. So it's all the same chords. They just give it different words. But, you know, you can only do so much. But yeah, that'd be another way to look at it, I guess. Yeah.
So the Connecticut Witch Trials Festival is rolling across the bottom.
Nice.
And this one that is the events, that one is for the other one, the Psychic Brewery. That's an event page on Facebook. I didn't see the website yet. So
yeah, that's Connecticut Psychic Fair Fest. That's usually houses all of our ones. It's funny, there was some crossover with certain things a couple years ago, and we lost. We couldn't find out who was running it anymore, so it just sits there. People still comment. We can't change anything on them, so. But that happens, you know. But sooner or later, we'll just get one big site for the shaman and the showman and everything that we're doing. Well,
oh, that sounds like a big old dog. Woohoo!
Somebody's barking. So.
It is.
Yep. Somebody want to be let out? Who let the dogs out?
Who let the dogs out?
Gwen let the dogs out.
It's always Gwen. It's my fault, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's right, baby.
Yeah. How did your little dog bark that loud?
Yeah, that did.
Well, that's not my dog.
I know. You're still up and on location from last.
On location. There it is.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm still on location.
In the middle of the woods, somewhere in Cheese County, Wisconsin.
Cheese. Yeah.
Did you get any good cheese while you were up there?
Okay, I'm gonna have to tell it. I ate a cheese curd. I did not know what a cheese curd was.
I was going to tell you to get one because
nice. How was it?
Yeah, we were eating. Actually, it was good.
Yeah,
it was actually good, and it was a deep fried one. This one was
nice. Well, a lot of cheese curd, what they do, especially up in Canada, they have the cheese curd and kind of melt it into French fries or tater tots with brown gravy. It's called poutine. Have you ever had that?
No. It's really good.
Yeah, that'll give you a heart attack if you eat too much of that, but it's really good. So,
but it wouldn't hurt to do a little, taste.
Yeah, just a little bit.
I ate one, and it had bacon. It was bacon flavored.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. It was actually good. I was surprised, but I was bravely. I thought of you.
Yeah. Well,
my sweetheart. Yes. I got a picture of Marley. Let me post that up. Everybody, when Thomas was talking about the doll that moved, here she is.
My wing woman. My wing
woman. And you can see that she has personality.
She's side-eyeing you right now.
So. Yeah, we get side-eye.
You like that picture. You got to get her I got a better one somewhere.
Well, no, I like that one because it shows her personality.
Yeah. She's like, oh, not you again.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
We're making her hungry.
French fries, cheese and gravy. You know it.
Poutine, baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
You could have it with French fries. I've had it with tater tots. I'm a big tater.
I like that better.
The tater tots.
Like the outside is crunchy and the inside soft. That's what I love about that. Fantastic. And then the gravy gets in the little. Oh yeah.
Oh, so good.
I know what we're gonna be eating next week.
Well, it's funny. I was on the phone with a mutual friend of ours, and we were talking about some stuff that transpired. And I was in the middle of eating my chicken soup, and we were talking, and I got to go on the show, so I got half an eaten bowl of chicken soup waiting for me after this. So yeah, it'll be good.
Oh yeah, we're talking about cheese curds and chocolate cake. We are something tonight.
Yeah, y'all making me hungry.
Look, we're making everybody hungry. That's the last thing you want to do is watch a show about serial killers and be hungry. God forbid. That legged Joe going on here.
That's how strange we are.
That's our ode to Blaine right there. So we still got to make
ode to Blaine. We love you, Blaine. Yeah. So speaking of food, I have a little book that's coming out. I'm trying to get it out quickly.
She's such a faker. It's not a little book.
It's called The Bewitched Book of Boo Bites. And it's appetizers and desserts, and it's got little ghost stories in it.
Nice.
And so you get the recipe, and then afterwards you'll have a little. It's a little spooky.
Yeah.
It's a made-up story. It's not real. Yeah. It's just something to put you in the spooky mood. And
is there a haunted bacon cheese curd in there for Gwen?
Oh, that would be so smart. That would be so smart.
It would.
Look, get it cereal.
Cereal. Is that Alicia? Alicia is up here. I met her in person this weekend. You guys are great.
Oh, hey, Alicia. Yes.
Corn puffs.
I saw your picture with her.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's Boo Bites, Bewitched Boo Bites, BBB. Nice. And there's a story about why it's all in blue, and it's supposed to be blue velvet, but yeah. It's awesome. Gonna be fun. It's very gently haunted stories, and there'll be coloring pages, so it would be ideal to do with a child.
Nice.
Perfect. It's just a little thing I'm doing because I'm making kitchen witches, and they're supposed to keep you from burning your food.
Oh, okay.
Little kitchen witches. Yeah. And then the aprons, so if somebody wanted to get all three, it would be a set. It's just, sometimes you got to do something fun.
We have not forgotten about the butt crack voodoo dolls yet.
Yeah, I'm about to say, was there butt crack witch things in the kitchen too, or?
Yeah, I'll be putting them out. We sold so many of them. And we had such little space in the car that I just.
I'm telling you, Lee, if you put butt cracks in all the things that you make and all that, it could be your signature. They'll all know it's made by Lee Triana Brown.
Because I like butt cracks.
Everything has butt cracks.
Thank you, James. I think it's going to be fun.
I got a ghost with a butt crack.
Misty ran the butt
crack. That's a Lee Triana Brown ghost right there. It's got a butt crack.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, somehow that sounds like me.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I'd buy them all out. So.
We're going to have to send Tom one.
I'd line my whole office those with butt cracks and turn them around.
Well, we've got 5 minutes left. So
we gotta end it with Harold Shipman. We were talking. That was a long commercial, but
that was a long commercial.
In the end, it really, he hung himself in prison. And the weird thing is you said. The day before his birthday, it's almost like a full circle thing to him. All right, I'm gonna die just before my birthday. It's like a 1 year around just that weird cosmic type of feel to it for him to do that, and that's pretty amazing that he would do something like that.
Yeah,
it's almost like a FU to them or whatever. So celebration.
He was able to keep control to the end.
Yeah. Yep.
He took his sheets and made a noose and
and a lot of some of the people in Britain were happy about it, but a lot of the victims' families were not. They wanted answers, and those answers went to the grave. It's hard, it's hard to heal from stuff like that. Victims, like we said, we're here to honor the victims and the families of the victims for them to be able to heal and get through it. by us giving information so people don't run into stuff like this. But yeah.
A boo crack.
Yeah. There you go.
And Rez is saying new tattoo ideas for you ladies.
Yeah. Butt crack voodoo. You do doll.
Butt crack voodoo doll. Butt crack voodoo doll. Yeah.
Tom has to get one too.
I will, right on my butt crack. I'll put it right above my butt crack.
So
well, I still want to get the tattoo that says "just say no" and have an arrow pointed at my butt crack. So, just say no to crack. Just have an arrow there. Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
You think that would be sexy?
You'd have everybody's attention, especially people at the Paracon, like everybody was doing it.
Yeah, everybody was going to the tattoo girl, and she was doing the tiny tattoos. But man, I tell you, her work was fantastic. So
wasn't it? Though?
I almost did.
Yeah.
Did you?
I almost did.
What would you have gotten, Gwen, after looking at all the stuff she had?
Boo buddy.
Boo buddy, yeah.
Boo buddy, yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Would you tell her to add a line to the crack?
Maybe.
Have the ghost like turned and sticking its butt out
with a heart on his butt or something. Yeah,
that would be awesome. Yeah, but really, in closing, it really goes down to how people's lives change after a traumatic event. And again, we talked about you could go either way, one way down chaos and one way down healing. And that's kind of the message to put out to people. Really, when you're going through some trauma, don't be afraid to reach out. You're not weak by asking for help. So just keep that in mind. When a parent dies and all that, it is traumatic, and especially somebody at a young age. We need to get that help, and we need to provide that help, especially with, what we all do. I know we're involved in the paranormal, but our Wardruna group, really outside of the paranormal, do when we read people, they want to get in touch with loved ones. Mm-hmm. And we determine that something unhealthy is going on, that they need one of our counselors or anything like that. We're able to put them in the right direction, and that way healing could start. And then in the end, when they're more in a better place, come back to us again and relook at things in a healthy way to help them. And I'm glad that we were able to show that last night on the live. And I know from here on out, we'll be doing more of that stuff here on All Access Network TV. There's some stuff.
I was about to say, what happened?
Possibly in the planning coming soon. And all of us will kind of be involved. There will be, a lot of different people coming on, and we'll be opening shop live to help people and put them in the right direction. So that could be coming soon.
I would very much love that.
Yeah. See what happens. And I know there's
you're going to need me to help you if you're going to be overloaded like this. What?
Yeah.
What? Me overloaded? No,
yeah.
I only work 8 hours a day.
I don't know.
I'll work on it. I'm down to help. You know that.
Yeah.
That's why I go and hide in the woods for weeks at a time.
She's unwinding in the woods. Hey, so when you were out there, do bears really go to the bathroom in the woods? Have you seen anything yet?
No, but I met a Sasquatch.
There you go.
Oh, no. Cool. For real, or just somebody that...
It's a joke. It's a joke. No, I haven't met her.
So are you hanging out with somebody that looks like a Sasquatch? Is that what's going on?
So
I can neither confirm nor deny this.
No. Yeah, I know. Some people could be pretty hairy and have big feet. So who knows?
Okay, so we've done Ted Bundy, Jeff Dahmer, John Wayne Gacy, Gary Ridgway, Dennis Rader. We did, Richard Ramirez, Elaine Warnos, Ed Gein, Dave Berkowitz.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We just did. No, we didn't do Rodney Al-Qaeda. We did that one. Harold Shipman. We've done Jack the Ripper. What do you think about?
We did Shawcross too.
Yes, we did. That was a rough one.
Yeah.
What was the Vampire of Hanover, Germany? Did we do him, Fritz Harman?
No.
Okay. What do you think about that one?
What was the one that was suggested at Paracon? Do you remember?
Oh, crap.
I know who suggested. My friend Edwin suggested that.
Yes. Will you ask?
Yeah, I'm going to have to ask him or something. I think it was another case in Great Britain because he's originally from the area, so I think he has more of a grasp on a lot of the stuff that happened over there. But if I look it up, I'll know when I see the name. I know when I see the name, I'll know. So, yeah.
I'm interested in that one, The Vampire of Hanover. Also, Joachim Kroll, who was the man-eater, the Duisburg man-eater.
Okay.
I know in Europe.
Dusseldorf. Yeah.
And then USSR, the Butcher of Rostov, Andrei
Chicoletto. Yeah.
Chicoletto.
Yeah.
I don't know why I want to make all R's a yeah, like everything's Spanish, but I'm doing it.
What was the other one? There's there's one they made a Broadway play about. It was a woman in Connecticut. She started her own nursing home and then did the same thing as Shipman did. She was signing over all their money to her and then killed her. Yeah. They made it was Arsenic and Lace was the name of the after her. And I know our friend Rebecca that's been on wanted to write a book about it.
That was the Cromwell nursing home murder.
Yeah, her last, I can't remember her first name. Gilligan Archer.
Oh.
Her last name was, I think it was Aunt Gilligan Archer or something like that.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was looking it up and it popped up, Barbara Brandt.
Yeah.
But that's not her.
No, it's something Gilligan Archer. He was the Arsenic and Lace killer. Yeah. And the house is still standing. The house that she had the thing in is still there. And I always wondered. I asked Rebecca. I says, "Are they going to let you in the house?" Because usually
Amy Archer Gilligan.
That's Gilligan. It. Yeah.
They called her Sister Amy or the Windsor Widow.
Yeah.
She died in 1962 and was born in 1873.
Yeah.
She killed over 100 people with strychnine and arsenic. Holy crap.
She was in the Connecticut Valley. She went to the Psychiatric Institute, and that still stands. You could still go in there. They call it something else now, but the room that she stayed in is still, there, and it's just nuts. That was a big case in Connecticut. So she was the most prolific, back in that day. There was more modern day ones like Ross and those types of people.
So Arsenic and Lace was made famous by Cary Grant.
Yep. Big one. What is this?
Resnick, I heard a rumor that Sasquatch might be coming to All Access.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, that is a creepy one, Jim. There you go.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Well, I think we got it. We will announce the person that we choose as the serial killer later. We're gonna talk to his friend that was at the Paracon that had wonderful suggestions, and they did friend me on Facebook, so I was really happy about that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh, and another commercial y'all just gonna have to deal. Gwen is going to be teaching podcasting at the Deep South Paracomic-Con, and I've been circulating the information. So when we close out tonight, I'm going to circulate each one of the small commercials for our workshops. We're doing the exact same setup on Saturday, Saturday that we are on Sunday. So she will be doing her workshop both days, as well as mine and Matthew's, as well as the other people they're teaching, like Michael Fox and Colleen and Richard Johnson will be teaching theirs too. So it's going to be a fascinating yet educational Paracon. It's we've got the horror haunted. It's not a haunted house. It's a horror house with actors and people that are professional makeup artists, and then doing that one. And then we've got the comic. So we've got the horror. We've got original Jason and the original. What was the other one? Who are those guys?
Okay, we got the only. Oh my goodness, what's his name? Tony something.
Tony.
Who's the original
I've got a really bad headache, so my memory's
Dang it.
not working right now. Right across here, and it's been off and on for 5 days, so I'm
Really?
not myself tonight. So you know,
we will be putting out a list. We'll just make a list
we'll
and the
make a
vendors
nice list
too.
and put it out. Well, it's
Yeah.
on the ad that I have.
Yeah, the other thing is on the All Access, Facebook page. If you guys are watching, give us suggestions.
Yes, please.
Yes,
For serial
please.
killers or famous murders that happened, or murders that happen with a supernatural background to it. So,
Riz, I know you're still watching. Oh, he's saying Edward Wayne Edwards.
Yep, I've heard of that one. Yeah.
All right, we need to make a list, save it somewhere, and let them know, hey, we're doing your topic.
Yeah.
Can I announce one more thing too?
Yep.
If it's good. Yeah,
of course.
That's what I was going to say. Anybody who has an idea, contact me, contact Lee, Tom, Blaine.
Tell it, girl.
And, and tell them to share it with everybody.
Yeah.
And not only that, but if you are interested in coming to Deep South Paracon, or you're already planning to, if you want a ticket, we are going to give them away. Anybody that messages me in the next day, we will do a drawing and give you a ticket. We still have a few left.
Nice.
So if you're interested, just
I have 2 people that actually excuse me, did contact me, so I'll get with you later offline.
Can I win a plane flight to get there?
I would love it. I wish there was a way to do that.
Yeah.
I don't know who would be giving that away, but they can give me plane tickets.
There you go. Yeah.
Anytime.
Hey, if anyone who wants to pay my travel to be at their Paracon, I'll be more than happy to come and talk weird stuff at their Paracon.
I think that this would be a great addition at that Paracon because of having horror combined with the paranormal. I think this would
Tom,
be
do you want me to go from Wisconsin to Connecticut and grab you up and just take you with it?
Yeah, why not? Why not?
Yeah, why not?
I won't have a job to go back to after, but that's okay.
Oh, well, that sucks. So, no, we're not doing that then.
Yeah.
So, also, folks, well, you see who wants to come. Rez said he wants to come. Give him a ticket. He contacted us.
I think he has
That's right. The bags are packed.
Yeah.
Let's do it. God, it would be amazing. Because Friday I have a haunted location.
Yeah.
I know we got to just do laundry when you get here and take off.
Like one weekend at a time. Again, like Paracon just showed, Shaman and the Showman will be up in New Hampshire, at Nashua, New Hampshire, for the Seekers paranormal event, and of course the Dudleytown Psychic Fair this Sunday coming up. We got all kinds of investigations going on at the famous Glebe House in Connecticut. We're going to be doing that in September. And of course, October, I'm going to be up in the Cleveland area with my counterpart with Wardruna, Stacia Wills. We'll be doing an event up there.
I just want to say how much I love her.
Yeah, she's the best.
And the people of Wardruna, because we were able to do some work together. And I don't care who you are, when you're doing energy together for someone, you feel their energy too. And if anybody had stinking thinking, we'd have felt it.
Yeah.
There's no hiding it. And I've never felt something as beautiful.
Yeah.
So
and it was very, very
I'm
helpful.
very happy to know all of them. Yes.
We got to help some big names in the industry
Thank
that
you.
week. So
love you guys. Yes.
And the big event, for us, of course, is Paracon. And then the second big event, really big event of the year, is Salem Paracon.
Well,
so we have paranormal.
Sister, are we going? Sister, are we going?
I've started working on it. We've got to go because we've got people that want to go with us. So I think we're going to do a caravan that way.
Send me a list. Let me pre-approve.
Yeah. And I think Christina asked earlier what the dates were. Originally we were going to have 2 days. We're down to 1 day. It'll be that Saturday, which I think is November 15th. So November 15th will be all day at the Paracon, and it's at the Salem State University on the campus. The building is huge parking lots. You don't have to worry about parking in Salem because a lot of people know how that goes. So you don't have to worry about that, and it's away from the center of the city, so you have that freedom to drive around. And then that, like I said, later on that night, we'll be having a paranormal investigation. You'd be part of our after Paracon. And so a lot of people that were planning to be there all weekend, the cool thing is the next day on Sunday, you and your group could hang around Salem and get to see stuff when it's not so crazy like it is in October. So that's a beautiful weekend that you could really have a lot of fun. And I always wanted, because every time I go up, Charles and I are busting our butts, and I never really get to spend a lot of time in town walking around all the shops and all the shops that have been supporting us over the years and letting us put the flyers in their windows and all that, which is always nice. So we want to turn around and bring our groups to support their businesses in return. So that'll be a opportunity for us. Oh, there's the star of the show right there. Luna.
Tom's talking to you, baby. Get up here and say hey. My laptop was going dead, so sorry. I had to get.
It's okay. Well, Luna and Ginger were the stars of Paracon.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, Luna kept checking me for diabetic reaction or anything like that.
She did.
I don't have diabetes, but
she was working hard.
Well, she might be telling you something. You might need to get checked.
Yeah. So there you go.
Charles, she's saying you're sweet. That's what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. It must have been the chocolate cake I ate.
It was my piece of chocolate cake that he ate that did it.
Pretty much.
I probably ate your cake, honestly.
You probably
I'll tell you, Luna really liked the gyro meat. So she
she did.
Loved it. So
you know what I got that you guys didn't get?
What's that?
A Ouija board.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
I
that was a congratulatory and hard work present to our awesome producer, Gwen Johns.
Yeah, we love you, baby. We love you too.
We got a nice favorite serial killer on a talking board.
So
made by our friends Danny and Lauren Perez, the Radicals, who were on our famous Jeffrey Dahmer episode where Blaine blurted out the Lego Joe. And that's going to go down in history as one of the funniest things I've ever been part of.
Now let's see if I can never forget it at the airport.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, just put it in your backpack. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna fit in my backpack.
What's in your backpack? What do you have, a Jeffrey Dahmer fork now too?
I'm talking about the Ouija board. It's bigger than my suitcase and it's bigger than my book pack. My backpack.
Really?
Oh dear.
I will get it.
They're gonna search your bag and freak out, think you're gonna be summoning demons on the airplane.
I know. They're gonna be, why do you have a piece of wood? I'll be like, well,
you don't want to touch that.
Why is John Wayne Gacy on it?
You don't want to touch that.
Because I do a serial killer show with my bestie and my two other besties, and guess what?
Yeah.
Don't mess with us.
That was a reward.
That ain't it.
That ain't it. If they try to take it, I'm gonna have to delay my flight.
Don't worry. Tell them to call us. We'll vouch for you. So.
Yeah, my other serial killer partners. Just call them.
Just pull your phone up and show them some episodes.
Be like, yo, this ain't gonna work. We need to try something else.
Yep. Oh my Lord.
All right, guys. Well, we are over, and I'm starving.
We always go over because we love each other. We have a good time on Mondays.
No, we miss each other. It was so great to be in person.
Don't just end it. I got to play some commercials. So.
You know what? I'm not sure mine will end it right. It's acting weird.
Yeah. Well, I'll throw this up. Thank you for watching, everybody. Have a great night. So, let's see if I can pull everybody.
You got to pull us down.
Yeah.
Podcast Workshop with producer Gwen Johns. Do you dream of having your own podcast? Gwen Johns will discuss how to get started creating your own podcast and how to build an audience. Gwen Johns Podcast Workshop at Deep South Paracomic-Con.
Time to take control of your energy. Join our powerful grounding and shielding workshop. A must for empaths, intuitives, and anyone ready to reclaim their power. Learn to protect your energy. Stay centered in any situation. Live with clarity and strength. This workshop could change your life. Enroll at Deep South Paracomic-Con.
Matthew and Leetree Anna Brown have something you've been waiting for. You asked for it. Now, you got it. Haunted Objects. Possessions That Won't Die, the chilling new book that dares to uncover the cursed, the creepy, and the downright dangerous artifacts that refuse to rest. From possessed dolls to deadly heirlooms, this book dives deep into the real stories behind haunted items that have terrorized families, baffled investigators, and defied all logic. And guess what? Featuring a foreword by none other than John Zaffis, the paranormal godfather, the haunted collector. This isn't just a book. It's your personal portal into the world of the unseen, and the unforgettable. Available now on Amazon. Haunted Objects. Possessions That Won't Die.